So you're dreaming of owning the piece of paradise in Thailand. I get it, it's an amazing goal, but before you get lost in those stunning ocean views, we really need to talk about what that property is actually going to cost. It's more than just the price tag. Let's get into it. All right, so you found the perfect place, you've agreed on a price, and you think your budget is all locked in, right? Well, not so fast. There's this whole other layer of costs hidden just under the surface, and trust me, they can turn that dream into a real headache if you don't see them coming. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to look past that big, shiny price and find out what you're really in for. I've broken it all down into 3 main parts to make it super clear. Okay, let's start with part 1, the costs you'll face at the land office. These are all the one-time government fees and taxes you pay when the property officially becomes yours. And this, right here, is where a lot of people get a big, unpleasant surprise. Because these costs, they add up. How much do they add up? Well, get ready for this. You're looking at an extra 5 to 7% of the property's price. Yeah, you heard that right. 5 to 7%. It's a huge chunk of change, and you absolutely have to factor it into your budget from the very beginning. So what exactly makes up that 5 to 7%? Well, it's a few different things. You've got a 2% transfer fee, a 0.5% stamp duty, and then a withholding tax that can vary. But the real kicker, the one you have to watch out for, is the 3.3% specific business tax. This pops up if the seller has owned the place for less than 5 years. And you know what? Sellers almost always try to make the buyer pay for it. Let's make this real. Imagine you're buying a place for 5 million baht. That 5 to 7% means you're on the hook for an extra 250,000 to 350,000 baht. Just poof, gone in fees. This is exactly why you have to get it in writing. Crystal clear. Who pays for what, long before any contracts are signed. All right, on to part 2. So you've paid the transfer fees, you've got the keys, but the bills don't stop there. Now we have to talk about the ongoing costs. The money you'll spend every month or year just to own and maintain the place, especially if it's a condo. You'll run into 2 main fees here. The first is called the sinking fund. Think of it as a one-time payment that goes into a big pot of money for future repairs, like repainting the whole building. Then you have your regular maintenance fees. These are paid monthly or yearly and cover all the day-to-day stuff, security, cleaning the pool, that kind of thing. And how much are we talking? For the sinking fund, that one-time fee is typically between 500 and 1,000 baht per square meter. The ongoing maintenance fee is usually somewhere between 40 and 80 baht per square meter every single month. On a standard 50 square meter apartment, that's thousands of baht in extra costs, month after month. And listen, this is a really important tip. Local Thai buyers are pros at this. They dig into the building's finances. They check the sinking fund balance. They ask about future repairs. A lot of foreign buyers? They just focus on the apartment itself. And then, bam, they get hit with a surprise bill for a new roof or something down the road. You don't want that. Okay, our third and final part. Let's talk about protecting your investment. These next expenses aren't legally required, but honestly, they're non-negotiable if you're smart. Don't think of them as costs. Think of them as insurance. Insurance against a total financial nightmare. The number one thing you can do? Hire your own independent lawyer, not the one the seller suggests. Your lawyer is going to do the crucial due diligence. They'll check the title deed to make sure the seller actually owns the property, and there aren't any sneaky loans against it. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that moving money internationally isn't free. You've got bank fees and shifting exchange rates to think about too. So let's just recap everything real quick. You've got your big one-time transfer taxes, you've got that upfront sinking fund payment, then there are the monthly maintenance fees, and finally, the legal cost to protect yourself. This is the total picture. This is the real budget you need to be working with. Now, look, the point of all this isn't to scare you away from buying. Not at all. It's to empower you, because knowing these things is what separates a hopeful tourist from a smart, confident investor. At the end of the day, being prepared is your best defense. When you know all the potential costs, you can budget for them properly, maybe even negotiate a better deal, and actually relax and enjoy your new home without worrying about some surprise bill popping up. It can feel like you're trying to navigate a maze, right? But it really doesn't have to be that complicated. The smartest first step you can take is to get an expert to give you a completely transparent breakdown of every single cost for the specific property you're looking at. And if that's what you're looking for, we can help. Head over to our website, centralcityproperty.com. We'll give you that clear, transparent cost explanation so you can make your move with total confidence.